Hello, my name is King Link, and today is my first look at Just Cause 3. Feeling more like the third or fourth look by this point, but if you look at the screen, of course, I played this game for about 70 hours plus. I've already reviewed it on Steam, and I love it. It's really good. Definitely going to be recommended. Don't know how high it will be, and we'll talk about one reason why. But with that said, it's the beginning of the Humble monthly bundle for January 2019. We're already in 2019 in Humble monthly bundle. We have Just Cause 3, Project Cars 2, and Wizard of Legend. Three games, different opinions on them just from the look. I've never played. I don't know anything about Wizards of Legend. I don't know if that's gonna really mesh with me. Project Cars 2, game I've been wanting to play, and Just Cause 3, a game I have played, and I'm thrilled to re-review it. That being said, we'll get started here. In addition, if you're interested in any of these games, if you want to see my first looks, my reviews, or just help me out, I would appreciate it. I'm trying to get up to 200 subscribers. That would be a big number for me. And please consider subscribing or liking, ringing the bell, whatever you think I deserve. Thank you very much. With that said, I'm going to jump in here. Now, I've had a few attempts at this, and there's one big thing that kind of has stopped me from pulling this off. There's some performance issues on this game. I hate saying that. I hate because it basically there's two things that can cause issues. Three things really. Your hardware might not be good enough. Your the game might have issues, or something's going on with your OS. I'll be honest, it's not the OS anymore. I'm 90% sure. My hardware is not great. It's low, but I have a feeling that that's not the issue here. It is. I feel like Just Cause 3 has a lot of performance issues, and looking online, there's a ton. And I hate calling out games because I have to be sure before I do it, but God, I've been struggling so much today trying to do this. I've been trying to record this for about an hour. I've played this game for about 2 hours trying to get it performing right. And the craziest thing is, it finally is, and I'll show you what settings I have to put it on, and it's not acceptable in my book. Um, yeah, it's a struggle to make this game work right. And I will be talking about that in the review at some level. Like I said, I really hate calling out games for it, but I feel like I have to. On the other hand, Just Cause 3 is so much frickin' fun. I had to find a way to make this work. And I did it for 70 hours before. Let me show you what I had to do. Graphics. 1280 by 720. Jesus. I mean, that's bad. It's low, and I think that's the only thing that works. Everything else is low. This is what GeForce Experience suggests. I'll be honest, I play everything at 1080p, and the thing is, at some level, every game has worked at 1080p. Even if it's a substandard 15 frames a second, you can make it work even on high textures. This game has stuttering that is so awful. I can't even attempt it. I had a 30-minute view of this before. I had to kill that I had to kill that recording. I finished the recording, and at the end of it, I'm like, it doesn't show the game off well. 1280 by 720 doesn't show the game off well, but you know what? At least it'll be constant. That being said, let's look at the other settings. Nothing really that big here, though there is one thing that is good. We have gamepad controls, and you can set this to... you can't set this, but you can... Sorry. You can't set gamepad. You can set... whatever this is. Shit. Keyboard controls. Fully changeable. Whatever you want to call it. Customizable. And that's good. I'm just not over the level that I have to play this game is, and I've tried to eke out a little more value. Increasing anything seems to cause the stutter. Without increasing anything, I seem to be working. I've looked at the memory problems. I've actually checked. My memory is not capped. This game only takes about 5 gigs when I start seeing the stutter. Processor seems to be okay. It's only running about on 2 of my cores, just over 1 core. I don't know what's going on with it. That being said, let's get started with the new first look.
Come see me for upgrade.
So, just to explain a little bit what we're going to be doing, we don't start out from the beginning of the game. This is early, and that's what we want to be, but I want to talk more about the game itself rather than pretend or even experience games for the first time, because you can just watch a Let's Play. That's not what I should be doing. I should be talking a little bit about the early feelings of the game, and that's what we'll do here. Have not played this in a while. Oh no! I love the ability to dive out of cars, do stunts, all that stuff makes this game so good. And then, of course, the explosions, which, well, there's a reason why I have the game in the state I'm in. I want to do this mission. It is not the beginning. It's not the first. It's the second mission of the game. It's not the first, but it will show off a few of my favorite features of this game, and part of the reason why I absolutely adore it. And I think it's a great representation of what you can really look forward to enjoying here. 'Cause I'm going to skip the beginning. Another thing that we're doing in the first looks is don't have to see every video. She talks a little bit there about the Bavarium. That's the valuable thing for the country.
Good. Now come meet me at Guardia Alpha.
So you can now reel in while you're flying, which I think you could do in 2. And honestly, I played so much of 3, and then I tried to replay 2. 2 is good. 2 is very good. But 3 is such an improvement. If you haven't played this game yet, definitely worth checking out. We'll do this. So the cutscenes here are good, but
explosion averted.
Explosion?
Safety first.
was she looking at the camera? I think she was.
Yes, move.
Ah.
I should be on hand to address any hiccups in the design.
What?
You are not afraid of flying, are you? No, an acrophobic agent. Preposterous. Oh, these are rebels.
Salute.
Salute.
What did you do to me?
This is a march of technology. Your grappler has been updated. There is less chance for violent limb detachment. You can now tether to items and retract. Your friend Mario suggested we call it Hachinothree. Although that name will likely not make it past legal.
This Guardia Alpha seems like a good place to start. Maybe take out that gate?
And even there's a little stutter.
Yes, it will allow you access to the outpost. Oh, I have noted that the rebels are weak at climbing fences. Poor diet, perhaps.
I know you guys have had it rough. But this changes everything. This device will let me tear the outpost apart. Without bullets.
Alright, cutscene over. Not going to show too many cutscenes, but just wanted to get a little flow, and then here we go. Grapple, and then left trigger. The ability to tether 2 things together is amazing. The ability to then retract that tether and slowly, yeah, there we go. It's so much fun. Now, it might be able... Nah, it didn't work. Last time I did this, I actually was able to destroy the entire base with that one tether pull. But we might not get that to work here, but here, instead, we get to see more. Oh, hey, that didn't blow up. That's okay. Oof. Rico, careful. Ah. There we go. I just love the tether. It's one of my favorite toys in any video game, honestly. Jeez. So good. Honestly, the tether makes this game fun. And it changes the entire flow of the game. Oftentimes I run out of bullets, or at least I remember running out of bullets, and I would take a guard, tether him to something, and just yank him off his feet to kill him quickly. Stuff like that really makes me enjoy this game. There's one big mission where you're kind of driving along, at least one mission, and I remember just tethering cars to the ground to get them away from me. Awesome. The ability to tether a helicopter into towers and stuff also really is fun. So that type of stuff is great. So we'll show this thing too, since I've been talking over it, but also introduces the second best, the second or first best feature of the game.
You now have wingsuit.
The wingsuit.
Handy for gliding. It's best if you start near precipice. Wingsuit to bridge. I hope this works. Both have sakes, Rico.
So I'll say, honestly, the wingsuit is... most players will have trouble the first time they try this, but it becomes my favorite feature because you can just kind of bring yourself along.
This wingsuit isn't bad.
Ah! And then, of course, I screwed up.
I've given you experimental device GE64, Bavarian-based planted explosive.
We'll start with the bridge then.
There we go. I'll play a little more with that in a minute. Honestly, such a fun tool. Oops. Crap. Thinking too much with my wingsuit and not enough with my mission parameters. So let's pull out the... yeah, there you go. Don't worry, I'm a professional.
The Velos force is moving quickly. Please, make haste.
And you can see I can just move around so fluidly with that wingsuit.
Ready for the convoy.
Beautiful. Alright. So we have the parachute with the tether, or just the tether. We have the wingsuit, which is, like I said, lots of fun. There is a third amazing feature of the game. What could that be?
Military won't know what hit them.
Well, of course, it's the explosions.
Success! Hey, I recommend you make a deadly cool comic quip or... wait, I am tracking incoming helicopters.
Incoming helicopters? Well, we have to do something about that.
Nearby. Marking their locations, recommend reprogramming. Now,
So yeah, just so you know, we are not seeing the stutter. I'm not. And that's what frustrates me. I hate having to lower my graphical quality so low, and I have no idea why.
the battery's under our control. Move to the other side. Hurry!
As I said, explosions are the name of the game here.
Myself some new friends.
And chaos. I was close enough I could actually tether those two helicopters together for a super fun. The tethers are really awesome, but I love stuff like that where you tether two objects together and just smash them.
And thank you for being test subject. Okay, bye-bye.
Come in. Rico, hello.
And of course, if you want some juvenile humor, you can always tether the
For my grandmother's place.
different body parts of
Must come over. Over.
How did you get a comlink, Mario?
different parts of
We all got
guards'
them.
bodies
Hey, Rico, you're supposed to
together.
say over.
And
Over.
We?
yes, it is quite hilarious to even play with that.
Don't worry about the no-com links. Grandmother is already cooking. Don't be late. Over.
I feel like I haven't filmed for that long.
Rico, is that you?
It's me, Gramatre.
You got skinny. Would you please tell Mario to get rid of that junk on my lawn?
Certo, Gramatre. Granmatre doesn't like the car.
She never did.
Never finished it.
I was waiting for you.
Let's skip this because, it's story. There is a decent story here. Much better than 2. Definitely better than 1. But let's look at the gameplay. That's definitely the reason to play this. One other thing that's really cool about this game is there's a couple of voice actors. Nothing too
Welcome back to Medici.
outstanding from what I've noticed, except there's the voice.
Mario told me that you're looking to liberate the town of Manaia and destroy the Vis Electra plant. I have to say, I
Just
cannot
listening to
wait
this
to
for a
see you in
second.
action.
There is a voice of the villain, and we find out during the game at some point that he's been kind of captured and conscripted to work for them. He's apparently a famous celebrity. Turns out the actor who played the voice is actually David Tennant, so apparently it's a cameo of sorts, and that is another one of the nice features of this game. I'm going to just take over this base because why not?
Vis Electra.
Oops.
They built this place in 8 weeks using prison labor, yet none of its power goes to the
Do
people.
what I do best.
Get in there and blow up everything.
And honestly, this is probably the best Spider-Man game that's not named Spider-Man, just with the tether. I remember thinking about that the first time I played it.
Those fuel tanks blow up nice, Rico.
Let's see. One, two, there we go. And then it blows up the ones next to it. Ah. I don't think the back ones are blowing up yet, so let's help them along. There we go. Let's see. I mean, just the ability to fling yourself around, blow stuff up. Oh, and the one beautiful thing about this game is when you do blow something up, it stays destroyed. You don't have to come back to the base and re-destroy stuff. If you blow up a target, required target, it's permanent. Like, that dish will not come back unless I reset the base for my own fun. Speaking of which, for some reason, I started the game and I had lost my save file. Don't know if Steam autosave failed me, but that's frustrating. Oh, let's... yeah, there we go. Why am I shooting out with the guards when I should be blowing more stuff up? There we go. Much better. Much better.
Hit the second one before the system resets.
There is a, well, there's a very large amount of content in the game.
That did it. The turbine's vulnerable now.
I'm feeling a little bit of a stutter here, but nothing like I was earlier in the first recording. That tells you how bad it was. And yeah, most of this game is basically running around, taking huge destructive forces and pretty much blowing up everything in sight. The story just keeps finding new reasons for you to blow stuff up, and honestly, it's fun. It's so damn good that, like, even with the graphic problems and the performance problems, yeah, there's a stutter. I can honestly tell you that I still recommend the game. It's I should really hate all the problems this game causes, but the one thing that games can always get away with is having a lot of fun with the game that makes me forgive some of these graphical issues. And the perfect example of that when I talk about that is Just Cause 3. It's a fun sandbox game. Definitely living up to the sandbox style. I've clearly played too much other shooters because I keep hitting the left trigger to try to iron sights or aim. There we go. And the thing is, you can constantly be moving as you see me go flying around the level and still be finding stuff to blow up as you move. There we go. Nice. I'm gonna play. I think we're almost at the limit. I think I might have 3 minutes left if my watch is correct. Drop his gun? Damn it. I'm out of bullets, so there we go. Now I have more bullets. Ammo is, I won't say scarce, but it definitely is something that you're going to constantly have to look at. No, that didn't work. That didn't work either. Let's see. Hardpoint 2. Oh my god, I can't pull this thing down. I don't think I fully blew that up, but well, good back there. Ooh, grenade. Perfect. We'll use the grenade in that direction. I've been a little quiet just because I'm focused on all the destruction, but honestly, don't know what else to say. I mean, hoping you're enjoying the view. I really adore this game. I know I've said it a few times, but man, it's so much fun to play with this. This is bad. This is probably not going to go well for me. There. What else to say? I mean, big explosions. Oh, did I take a death? Yeah, shockingly, they somehow finally got me. So yeah, I mean, the game is all about huge action movie moments. Those big explosions, those big, make something huge happen, and it really excels at that. We'll take one more crack at that base. Up, over, wingsuit. And you can see I'm using the wingsuit. Yeah, doing well with it. Switch over to the parachute. Let's find a better, there we go, weapon. And there is some difficulty. Like, I know it makes me look like I'm Superman. A, I've played this before, and B, the ability to kind of do whatever you want is strong here. Said there was some stuff over there to still blow up. Here we go.
Those fuel tanks blow up nice, Rico.
Yes, they do. Oops. So the one... Go away. So the one thing that I dislike is when you've pretty much destroyed the base and it's not always clear what there still is to do. This space is rather small, so it's pretty easy to just fly over and see. I love the fact that I can just fly over a base, but in addition, when you get to the bigger bases, some of them are not clear what's left. And even this one, it says... I'm not sure. It says the heating block needs to be destroyed. But I think that's just this thing. If you see in the upper left, I'm looking at that. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. There's 2 heat exchanges that I have to hit. I must have missed one piece here. There we go. Smack. Right in the head. So I think we're over 30 minutes. Thank you for watching. Honestly, there we go. Oh, there's one more over there. We'll celebrate the victory over this Electra. Yeah, I do see that stutter. Don't think I'm ignoring it. And that is just the saddest problem. So yeah, there's challenges. You actually do get supply drops if you want them. There's so much to this game.
What's happening out there?
And now this is mine.
Hold immediately.
What more should I say? So yeah, we're still seeing some performance hitches. You know, that's the thing with Just Cause. I absolutely love the game, playing it. But I still think the game itself has some rather major issues after 3 years out and even a sequel coming out. And like I said at the beginning, I have problems with just saying, oh, this is a great game, it's so much fun, do that. And I've thought quite a bit about like calling out the performance because, like I said, could be my hardware. I have a feeling it's not. I have a feel, and I know other people have said that there's other issues too. Man, it's so frustrating to say this. With that said, that was Just Cause 3. Amazingly fun game to play, though, and we will end it there. Until next time, I'm King Link, and thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.